Hang on to your seat, baby, because this one's a screamer. Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
What is going on, Entertainment? So I'm coming to y'all with another video. We talking Shannon and Sharpe and some more news. Before I get started, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Let me know what y'all think about this video. Now, yesterday I got on video basically defending you, Shannon. But Shannon, you are in trouble. You might as well put on a wig and start acting like you really miss Netta to avoid the feds, because this is really troubling. First of all, it's the fact that the woman involved at that point in time was 19. That's one. And then two, the race play of it all. You are too old to be into that type of stuff. You were like one generation to slavery. Like, my nigga, why would you do that? We gonna have to hit Shannon with the why would you do that. We have to, okay? Two of them, actually.
Now, I know you ain't doing that. I can't believe you did this. That's why I don't tell you nothing. Because... Why you do that? Why I do what?
Why you do that?
Now, I know you ain't doing that. I can't believe you did this. That's why I don't tell you nothing. Because... Why you do that? Why I do what?
Okay, so Mr. Busby is very strategic because he waited like a day later after this was the rollout of this lawsuit was happening for audio to be released. Okay, now this audio is very troubling because you hear Shannon threatening, to choke her. Now, some people may say, oh, this is part of their play, this is their thing, this is what part that turns them on. We are not in their bedroom, so this still could be used as evidence. I just don't know how, like, you could be such a big celebrity of his stature and let somebody play with you like this. I don't get it. I'm sorry. I just don't get it. Like, somebody that young, too, just to play with you. This is why you just cannot communicate with just anybody.
I don't know. Anything I say, you're just going to, like, get mad at, and you're just going to hang up on me, so I feel like...
I'm not going to hang up on you. Here's what it is.
What does that even mean?
Nothing yet. You want to be a dick to me now, so.
I don't want to be... Don't manipulate me.
Oh, Lord have mercy. If you say that one more time, I'm going to fucking choke the shit out of you when I see you. Thank you.
Okay. Well, I don't
know about y'all, but the audio does sound a little bit edited. I will say that. It does sound, there's a many pauses in the audio that's very suspect to me. Okay, what Nene said, I found that to be very suspect. Something about the audio I find to be very suspect. Now, I don't think, of course, the audio is fake, but I do find it to be manipulated. That's just from what I hear. Because I've never been on no phone where we taking pauses like that with just anybody. Maybe that's just me.
You know what?
Well, I don't want to be choked.
Yes, you do.
Oh.
I don't think.
I don't know. Anything I say, you're just going to, like, get mad at.
Now, the age thing is a huge problem that everybody is talking about because they feel like, how can a man in their 50s want somebody that young? I have said this numerous times on this channel. That has always been a problem to me. I don't care what nobody says. If you are a certain age, you should not be dealing with somebody that can be the age of your daughter or granddaughter. It's just, to me, it's weird. I don't get how people are okay with it. This is why when I was watching Two Ways with Erica Mena, Pee-wee, it was very uncomfortable watching him on this show. Like, I couldn't even watch it. Some of his scenes with Erica, because I felt like this is like a boy. Like, what are we really doing here? You get what I'm saying? And I think he's 21 or something like that. But it's like he just looks so young. Even when they look so young, it bothers me. No, like, it trips me out, y'all. I just can't. I just feel like Shannon comes from the generation to where they feel as if they can do certain things that they want in regards to dating within, as long as they're over 18, sometimes younger, because they think that the woman is grown, and then pursuing racially ambiguous women so that way they can feel some sort of acceptance from them. It's really sick, to be honest, when you think about it. And it's really sad because Shannon, these past couple of years, has really had a career high by pivoting into the podcast community. And it's like this one little thing is going to tear it all down. Now, he did make a statement to the whole situation, which, by the way, I thought that nigga was on Watch What Happens Live. Oh my God. Don't Shannon set look like Watch What Happens Live, low key? I said, bitch, I know you're running to Andy to make a statement. But he did make a statement, you guys.
Colleagues, I want to speak to you directly and from the heart. This is a shakedown. I'm going to be open, transparent, and defend myself because this isn't right. This is all being orchestrated by Tony Busby, who has targeted Jay-Z. Tony Busby targets black men, and I believe he's going to release a 30-second clip of a sex tape that tries to make me look guilty and play into every stereotype you could possibly imagine. That video should actually be 10 minutes or so. Hey, Tony, instead of releasing your edit, put the whole video out. I don't have it, or I would myself.
Now, this clip is going to break the internet if it is released, okay? We finally going to see what Shannon was tearing up Michelle something nasty on that little 30-second clip. Now, this woman, though, although I feel like I wouldn't say deserves what's going on to him. I would say it's kind of like poetic justice as to the whole situation that you were in, because you have no business talking to a 19-year-old. Because the woman, to me, in that audio, she sounded very manipulative. The tone of which she talked about, it was given setup. It was given, I'm trying to bait you into saying certain things so I could use this for the future. Shannon, being who he was so oblivious to what was going on, and he didn't pick up on that. I'm not saying it's right, and I'm not excusing what he was doing, because y'all know damn well I don't like anybody dating anybody 10 years plus younger than them. Ugh. So I'm just saying, I just don't think her motives were pure from the beginning.
You know what happened, and you're trying to manipulate the media.
Oh.
The encounter in question took place during the day at her invitation, and now that appears to be a deliberate setup, coordinated by Gabby, also known as Carly on OnlyFans. Gabby and Tony Busby want $50 million. What they're getting is sued for defamation and trying to take me down. My career is all about real talk and honesty. I know my family and fans know exactly what this is about. And I'm going to be out there telling you whatever I need to say, just like I always do. I love all you guys. Thanks. To my family, friends, supporters.
Now, a lot of the people that are following the story, they're not liking the fact that, you know, this is obviously a white woman that is on the recording, and people are saying, oh, you know, stay out of the business because, you know, it's not a black woman, et cetera, et cetera. Here's how I feel about that. I feel like we do not have the right to dictate who he wants to date, race or not. But my problem is going and trying to appeal to a black audience for sympathy and for support when behind closed doors, that's not something that you would more so like and would probably bash. The two don't go. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you can't want that, you know, as a partner and as a sexual partner, bash, you know, the people. And then when something bad happens, try to get us to rally up behind you. It's just like, it's just not going to go. It's just not going to go. I really do feel bad for him because I do think, though, that he was so oblivious to a lot of that was going on around that time that he never thought this would happen to him. But as a public figure, he should have knew better. And the race play, to me, is what's the most disgusting. Me reading that yesterday with the big black baby up in you, it's like, why are you going along with that? You are a big black man. You should know better than to go along with no race play like that. That's another level of sick. And it's also not talked about in the black community about how a lot of people around that age or younger like to go for these young ass girls, and we just turn a blind eye to it. But a gay family member, bitch, you are out from the family. Let's talk about it. Am I lying? Bitch, they a little fruity. Oh my God. You are the odd man out. Your uncle about 40 years old, they did a 19, 18-year-old. He always getting them young girls. We don't say nothing about it. But then we have situations like that, and y'all expect us to feel sympathy for niggas like that? Ugh. So we all know how the internet is. The internet did a little digging, and we found who Gabby is, y'all. And Gabby is the usual suspect. Bow. Okay? This is Gabriella Gabby Zuniga. The one who wanted the big black baby up in her. Okay? She don't even look real, to be honest. She look like one of them ads that y'all see when you trying to go on one of them corn sites, and then you see them little ads pop up talking about, ooh, this person living near you is giving head for $50. Like, it's giving, it doesn't even look like a real person, to be honest. So you threw down and potentially put your career on the line for the likes of her. It just makes me scratch my head, because it's like, there was so many ways that this could have been avoided, I feel like. And I just felt like he just walked into a trap. Now let's talk about the document, okay? The document has some interesting wording put into it, which I found to be very, very manipulative in the way that it was presented. They said a woman can say yes to consensual relations with a man 90 times. But when a woman says no, not even once, that means no. No means no. Defendant Shannon Sharpe, a man who is accustomed to getting what he wants, completely fails to understand this basic concept. After many months of manipulating and controlling plaintiff, a woman more than 30 years younger than he, this is where they're going to get him, is that age. Because you got to think about it. No matter whose story is false or correct, what remains true is that she is very young. And that is going to look in a judge's eyes in a court of law that you are taking advantage of her due to her being so young-minded and you being her elder. A woman more than 30 years younger than he and repeatedly threatened to brutally and violently her. Sharpe refused to accept the answer no and raped plaintiff, despite her sobbing and repeated screams of no. Defendant Shannon Sharpe is 56-year-old NFL superstar. He claims to be one of the claims. Claims is crazy. He claims to be one of the most successful sports media personalities in the country. Plaintiff is a young woman in her early 20s. In 2023, Plaintiff was working out at a gym in Los Angeles, California. I bet it was LA Fitness or Equinox. Previously, Doe had noticed Sharpe watching her doing her workouts. At this time, Doe was just 19 years old. At this time, she didn't know who he was, only that he was another older man ogling her at the gym. Doe could tell Sharpe was much older than her. She found him physically intimidating. Eventually, he introduced himself. At his determined instance, she gave him her number. Over the next couple of weeks, Sharpe incessantly pursued plaintiff. He constantly approached her at the gym and attempted to contact her frequently with phone calls and text messages asking to meet up, unwilling to take no for an answer. Eventually, plaintiff gave in and agreed to meet with Sharpe outside of the gym. However, before doing so, Sharpe demanded that Doe sign a non-disclosure agreement. That's another question I had, was that. So this document is telling us all, or NDA, something plaintiff found a bit concerning. Now, why would you find it concerning if your intentions are not correct? I'm telling y'all, Shannon dead ass wrong. Don't get me wrong, but this girl not too innocent herself either. She was looking for a payday, and that's exactly what she's gonna get. Despite his repeated efforts to get her to sign, she refused time and time again. Eventually, he dropped the issue and invited her to his house. What followed was the beginning of a rocky, consensual relationship that lasted nearly 2 years. The relationship was very unequal. Sharpe is more than 30 years older, is considered wealthier, is physically much larger, and exponentially stronger. Sharpe is famous and has power. Plaintiff and Sharpe saw each other on his terms, on his schedule, and as often as 4 times a week. Over time, Plaintiff started to see Sharpe's true nature. She found him to be dishonest about his whereabouts. He would lie about seeing other women while insisting to her that she and he were exclusive. Goodbye. He often manipulated her and at times being sweet and loving to get what he wanted. Child, I lost my place. Hold on, y'all. I lost my place. I switched tabs and lost my place. Damn it. Anyways, let me go back. Okay, she discovered. Oh no, I skipped something. He often manipulated her, being sweet and loving to get what he wanted, and at other times being angry and aggressive to achieve his goals. She discovered over time that Sharpe was extremely emotional and possessed an uncontrollable temper. He displayed the characteristics of a true narcissist. He wielded his power, his influence, his celebrity to control Plaintiff and get exactly what he wanted, whenever he wanted it, all while the jealousy guarded what he considered his for himself. By October 2024, Sharpe's behavior had grown progressively worse, beyond anything Plaintiff had experienced with him before. At this point, he was insistent upon recording their activities, sometimes without her knowledge. Now, this is another thing where it goes into something really bad, because not only she's alleging, things of abuse, now she's alleging she's being recorded without her consent, which in certain states, that prosecution of a crime like that can have you behind the clinker for years. So this lady is really piling on a lot of things on him. At this point, he was assisted at recording their activities without her knowledge. Sharpe was also sharing the videos with others without her permission or knowledge. Sharpe would repeatedly tell Doe that he wanted to do things that would make no other man want her. By this point, Sharpe was no longer able to credibly maintain that the relationship was exclusive. He had at this point accidentally or purposefully tried to advance his career, went on live on Instagram while having intercourse with another woman. Sharpe flew into fits of anger when Plaintiff noticed his infidelity to their relationship. Now, this part I don't believe. I just don't see him selling her a dream of being in a committed relationship with a 19-year-old. I really feel like you was a sneaky link that turned into a long-term link. No shade. Now, he had no business messing with you, though, I'll tell you that much. At this point, celebrities, is it really safe to really date nowadays? We really have to talk about this as a conversation. Is it really safe for a celebrity to really date nowadays amongst each other and really date people that are not considered a celebrity themselves? Because it always ends up in either a lawsuit, divorce, abuse rumors, drug rumors, and a breakup. It's like one of the 5. Sharpe even figured out how to get into Doe's apartment complex without her permission. What had once been manipulation, control, and intimidation now became something far more dangerous and sinister. Sharpe made it clear that what Doe wanted was of no moment, that Sharpe would get what he wanted when he wanted it. In October 2024, Shannon Sharpe v. her and Great Plaintiff 2 different times in Las Vegas, Nevada, blatantly ignored her request for him to stop. He did it again in January. Shannon Sharpe. Now, Plaintiff left Nevada to temporarily escape defending Shannon Sharpe. She now seeks justice through this action and other means. Plaintiff seeks compensatory and punitive damages in this matter in excess of $50 million. And it lists the parties, the allegations, and then it also lists pictures upon retirement. And of course, they use the pictures where he's, the strongest and the most buff. That damn Busby is hell on wheels. I'll tell you that much. Like, he would pick the pictures where, Shannon looked like he about to tear a mud hole in a motherfucker. Like, he did that on purpose. That man, I'm playing. According to the New York lawsuit, the plaintiff therein feared for her safety, just as plaintiff feared for her safety now. The New York lawsuit further alleges that Sharpe escalated to non-consensual penetration, all while telling her that he would make it no other man would want her. These words were apparently not a one-time thing. Plaintiff has heard Sharpe say those exact words to her. And then 2024, he talks about the live stream thing. A lot of it towards the end is just a summary of it all, okay? Just based off of this lawsuit, I do think that the woman had motives after realizing his celebrity. I think she realized, oh, I hit the jackpot. Once she realized who he was, but Shannon had no business messing with somebody that young. Like, it's crazy. And not even messing with somebody that young. Messing not only with somebody that young, a regular person, a civilian. Not only was the person young, it was a civilian. That's another problem right there. Okay. Let me know what y'all think down below. Now that you guys have heard some pieces from the document, let me know what y'all think. And we're out, babies.
No personal thing.